Today in the episode, counter meta, sausages, and what to do with them. Voice of the Wasteland, where we read your messages and choose the craft of the week. And we begin with Workshop, the best piece of scrap metal on a rope in the whole valley. Why would you ever want to use a harpoon with some cable attached to it? It doesn't do damage, it's not very durable, it doesn't have cool perks or bonuses, and ultimately you can't use it in the way you use any other gun, because it doesn't shoot missiles, grenades, or even bullets. It's a support tool through and through. It doesn't kill. Well, the wastes being wastes, there are still survivors that find a way to turn a stick on a rope into a weapon of instant destruction. But it's more of an exception. Usually there are two main ways you can use the Skinner. The first is to throw some other weapons in the mix. Combine the harpoon gun with saws, flamers, barrel launchers, and then use the harpoon to keep the target comfortably close. The result? Well, you know how it goes. Classic Wasteland engineering. The second way is to use the harpoon for psychological warfare. Want to see how we do it? Let's go to our garage and we'll show you. What do you think about this beauty? A 14-ton truck with 2 Skinners. Basically everything you need to eliminate any hopes for a predictable firefight. To become a proper agent of chaos, we also get the good old ninja bundle, the invisibility module and the cheetah, that is, and also the Aegis. It'll keep our harpoons safe when we haul our prey into the depths of hell. Finally, we're planning to make good use of the new Syndicate cabin. It has a perk that'll make us faster when we need that the most. Now let's test it in battle. Our plan is to use this car as a kind of tow truck for vehicles that simply shouldn't be where they are currently. We use invisibility to get close to an unsuspecting enemy, harpoon them, and then set off on a grand journey, one that will take them to a variety of locales and hopefully to one of our allies that'll be delighted to take care of our guest. If there are no teammates to be found, that's fine. We're still putting a spanner in the works and disrupting the enemy team's formation. It's worth noting that our truck is heavy enough to tow almost anyone, so no one can refuse the trip. We have to be very careful though. One single mistake, and half of our car is instantly gone. Not to mention that we don't have any weapons to actually defend ourselves by design. So more often than not, driving the harpoon truck is a high-octane race for survival. Hard? Yes. Regrets? None. And now a short commercial break.
The founders told us that throwing a party in the mortuary was stupid. The founders were right. It's our third and final warning about the dangers of deadly anomaly.
First of all, what is a sausage? What makes it different from, say, a wedge build? Take a look. Here's a classic wedge made by Bratois 007. Let's compare it to the sausage created by Res Uilis. The wedge is considerably shorter. The cab is mounted in the middle, weapons are placed pretty close to each other, and, well, it has that distinctive wedge. The whole idea of a craft like this is to get under the enemy, disabling their movement. The sausage, on the other hand, is long, maybe even too long. There's a reason why cars of this general type were at one point called limos. Not these days, though. Now they're sausages. Or bananas. We guess that survivors are more into food metaphors at the moment. But let's go back to the topic at hand. Please note that the cab is in the back. There's spaced armor, and weapons are spread out. Basically, it's a car that's built to withstand explosive damage. Lunatics even say that the original limos were made as an alternative to dogs when countering spiders with tsunamis and cap cannons. By the way, this sentence sounds bonkers out of context, simply because they were really good at tanking those high-caliber shells. Weaknesses? First, as a general rule, bananas aren't good at gaining speed. Most of them are built with light or medium cabins that are then pushed to their limit with the sheer weight of the car. The second problem is that naturally they're bloody big. They have a big turning circle and they're a big target in general. When you're on a sausage, it's not easy to hide or to dodge enemy projectiles. This is already something you can work with to punish endless sausages in quick matches, but let's not stop there. Yes, a well-built sausage doesn't really care what weapon you use, and especially doesn't care if you're relying on explosives. But remember, you don't have to break them to atoms to make them useless. Destroy their guns. As Mentor once said, a sausage with no teeth does not scare a man. Wise words if we've ever heard any. Next, find safety in numbers. 1v1 might not go in your favor when you're facing a highly versatile build that can take a lot of punishment, and a sausage is certainly one of those. Team up with an ally to maximize your chances of success. And also be that guy that comes to help when there's a teammate trying to fight a sausage on his own. They like efficiency? Well, show them how effective you can be at chasing them down with a couple of buddies. And the last thing. Whatever we say, the best counter meta for anything you see in your sights is, as always, to do what you do best and keep your cool under any circumstances. Good luck, Survivor. Robot 3K writes, I like doing raids, and I was wondering if you could add the Founders and the Syndicate factions into raids. I was thinking like a raid that only occurs every 3 or 5 hours, but has special or changed up rewards. Hi! Founders and the Neon Dragon Syndicate will certainly come to raids at one point or another. It's only natural. They have lots of exciting stuff. Of course you have to raid them. Can't tell you any details yet, though. A survivor called Shakal MP4 says, Hi there, do you devs have any plans for a legendary lunatic weapon or hardware? I'm really sad to see my beloved faction with only a couple of legendary parts, whereas some other factions have 5 or 6. What about an engine that boosts other hardware? Or a loading shotgun that can add like a Needhog or a normal shotgun? Good day, Survivor. We obviously can't promise anything, but as we've said before, there's still lots of stuff that can be done with the old factions. And we certainly dig your ideas. Then there's this message from a cute slime girl fan. We've got destructible decorations around the maps, but what if we could destroy buildings? Sounds amazing, man. And what if we could destroy the whole valley? Guys, why is our engine weeping and coughing blood? Guys? And now, the traditional last segment of the show, the craft of the week. Today, it's this majestic Leviathan ship build. The Zerstörer, meaning destroyer, made by an engineer by the name of Fusshoop. Not your average vehicle, it's a proper ship, ready to go all across the dusty sea of the Wastelands and crush any opponent with a hell of missiles and lead. Bonus points for the fact that this destroyer's almost heaving and swaying on the go. We like it a lot, thanks. That's it for today. Tell us what you think in the comments below, ask us questions, and if we manage to return from an epic journey across the sea of dust and ash in one piece, we'll return with some new crazy content in a couple of weeks. If you like what we're doing, consider subscribing, leave a like, and good luck.